Are you sure smart contracts are secure and won't be hacked? We are on reg.news, and this is a popular site that lists major exploits in blockchain projects. And as you can see, stuff like that happens all the time, so it's important to know a thing about security. And that's why we're starting the Ethernaut short series. Ethernaut is a hacking game that's been developed by OpenZeppelin, and finishing the whole game can make you a blockchain security expert. So make sure to subscribe and to watch the series if you don't want to appear on rect.news.
Okay, so we'll start with basics. Very simple stuff right now, so don't be surprised that's so easy, but it's only right now. So, first step is to set up MetaMask. If you don't have the MetaMask already, you can enter the MetaMask browser extension, and if you do that, you can install MetaMask and just add or create your wallet. If you won't be able to do that, we'll leave the link in the description where you will find your answers. So we can go back to Ethernaut, I think. The next step, let's open the browser console. That's where we'll start our journey. To do that, for example, F12 in our browser. You can do it with, for example, right click and inspect. Shouldn't be much problem. The next thing, let's say that we will type player because that's what Ethernaut says to us. And we will get the address of our MetaMask if we are connected, of course. The next step, we can get the balance of the player. That's what Ethernaut says us, but we have to go for the await, right? Because it's asynchronous. That's exactly right. So that's also the information that is returned from MetaMask. It's our balance. You can show by clicking in MetaMask if it's the same value. Yes, exactly, as you can see. And the next thing, let's try to find out what the object of the contract is. To do that, the Ethernaut says that we should type Ethernaut in the console. And exactly that's the whole object of our contract we'll be working with in this guide. The next thing that we can do is to, for example, that's what Ethernaut says to us, check the owner of the contract. So to do that, we'll again try to await because it's asynchronous, and we'll call the function of Ethernaut, Ethernaut.owner, and exactly as you can see, that's the address of the smart contract, because the smart contract, the one who created the smart contract is the owner of the smart contract, and to even start testing, start doing transactions with the contract, you need to first have some money. So if you don't have money, you can visit the Faucet. We'll recommend the second link. That's exactly this one. And if you go there, it will be connected to your MetaMask, so it will get the information about your address from MetaMask. Also, you have to confirm that you're not a robot. Just very quick confirmation. It's for 0.1 if. You can do it whenever you want. It's not limited, but you have to wait after every transaction. Start new one while it's confirmed. I think we can go back. Yes, request complete. We can go back to our website, and now you can check the MetaMask already if we have additional money. Not yet, I suppose, but soon it should appear. Anyway, the next thing we can go is to inspect our contract, honestly, because that's just the number 7 is just the information how to start to work on the contract, and the number 8 is about accessing the methods directly from the smart contract, right? So you can type the contract methods, for example, or info. Yes, I can await it, of course, because it's asynchronous and can get the informations, but we'll do it when the instance will be ready. For now, it's not. So it's not working as it should be, and we can go to the instance to start the working.
Okay, so let's start the actual work. So we're creating a new instance. which we'll be working on. And the transaction is sent, but we will have to wait until it's mined. And shortly we'll be able to check the contract info again, and we should see the information we have to find. So they say that we will find the information we need in info1. So it looks like a function, so let's see if we have any info1 functions, and we have one. And it returns a string. Similar one, we need to use info2, but with hello as a parameter. So it's pretty easy. Just passing a string with hello. Take. And now it says that we need to access the info num property, and it will return a number of the next info method. So now checking info num, and the number is supposed to be here, and we can see that the number is 42. It means that now we can call contract.info with 42. Now it says that the method name is the name of the next method. So the next method, and now it's the method name, and we need to add await. Depends on your Chrome version. And now it wants us to trigger other function, which is contract.method this, and now it changes a bit. It wants to find whether we are able to think critically, and it wants us to submit the password to the authenticate method. So how do you think you could store the password if you're an unexperienced programmer? Well, you could store it in a variable. So let's look for a field, contract, called password field or a function, and you can see that there is one, and we can access it. It's public, and it returns Ethernaut 0, which I suppose is the password. So now we can try to submit the password. For that we have to go a few instructions back to authenticate. So now await contract authenticate and pass the required password. And now we triggered the authenticate transaction, which will compare the passwords to the required one. Okay, the transaction is mined without any errors, so there were no throws, no failed requirements. So it looks like we finished the level and we authenticated using the password we found. So now when everything's ready, we can submit the instance and see whether it's completed. Okay, and it looks like we finished the first level, the 0 level, and it's a pretty easy level that wants us to set up the whole thing and start being comfortable using the contract and accessing fields and methods, and try to think critically. So all of the next levels will be a bit harder, so make sure to watch them. And yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. See you next time.
Yeah, see you. Thanks. Bye.